Good morning, all you lovely people.
Good
morning to you too, Roy.
Good morning. Thank you. Yeah, getting some kind of choppy, zony action today, as expected. Doesn't mean we can't trade it and make some good coin, but the big man speaks later today.
We'll get a move here at some point. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We always do. Yeah, we got something. Either shorts are going to cover. Some of them, you'll have some profit takers. You'll have something go to give us a good direction on the market. You are looking at book map here again. You can see CBD's 37, blah, blah, blah. Y'all notice I think, down on Top Step when we left the stream yesterday, and today, and once I left, I focused a little more on bookmap, and we ended up $300 to the positive on them, and $100 up in a couple, three take profit trader accounts, and then down, ended up being a decent size down in one take profit account. But we've already hit it this morning for $50, so we're going to try to slowly work that one back up and not do anything crazy with it. You look there, look at that very bottom. Well, that's the one we was talking about. I actually traded the next one up, but if you look down here, see how you had this bigger red bubble here. You had 409 was your volume on it. Well, this next one, look at this green bubble. This was my confirmation that we need to take along. That was when the first drop in the pop. 1,380 was traded on that one bubble. These bubbles are like a minute long. So that's a lot of volume in a minute. So that would be confirmation. Came back here. You had 420 on this red bubble here. My confirmation, take this long with this 507 green bubble here. Then you see it moved up, took me out, and I made $50. Could have made a good bit more than $50 if we held it, but I just didn't like how we had tide was kind of playing around. It was coming back, and volume was coming back, and that has completely changed now. That's not even close to the case a second. So as long as our CVD is elevated like this, as long as tide is telling me to go long, I'm going to look for any pullbacks. We'll look for a red bubble, and then followed by a green bubble, and we will look to scalp that.
Perfect.
We are coming up on, if anybody saw my newsletter yesterday, I said bulls had to reclaim 60.50, and we're going to test it. You can see we really hadn't got above it yet, so be interesting to see. Well, we hadn't got above with any meaning. This right here is like a little over that little channel. This is like a downtrend that I drew. I drew it as a channel to catch all of it. I'm going kind of back to my older ways. These red lines, this is a channel trend off the hourly. This was off the 5 minute. This is off the hourly. So you can see we kind of got in here, came up to the top, rejected back down, came down. Now you got this channel, downward channel coming into this upper channel. So interesting to see what happens here. Let's hit play on this, get that call back up. There we go. So that's our morning so far. So love it. We've gotten, like I said, one good play so far. So hey, we will be here for FOMC today. That is the plan. And I think I am going to trade. I've got I had rewards for Take Profit Trader to get a free 50K account. I think I'm just going to trade that one and kind of use that as a practice account. See if we can get, you got to get $3,000 your goal. If you can get $600 a day, 5 days, that'll get you. So we're going to see if we can get $600 during FOMC press conference. That'll be interesting. That's enough for you guys to tune in right there.
Man.
I am not like Roy. I am going to remove my anchored VWAP that I got from yesterday coming up here. I'm not leaving that thing on there. Roy and Led have 85 anchored VWAPs running all over each other everywhere, so I don't want any part of that.
Keeps you honest.
How many weeks of anchored VWAPs do you have on there?
No.
Do you ever delete your anchored VWAP?
I try to. I remember I like randomly do it. So like I'm sure if it goes lower, there's going to be a bunch that kind of like show up. You know, keep it. I got one for like the base it off of sports events. So that's the national championship game. There's a
Oh my
no, but in all seriousness, it is one like I'm trying to figure out like maybe keeping like a 1 week out, which could be, or keeping one up at ultra mega days, just because a lot of buyers or sellers showed up on that particular day. So you could have yourself a breakout or breakdown if it breaks that particular level. We're getting a pop here, back over 60.50. I believe this morning was a failed breakdown. SPX is approaching 6,000. It's 5,998. So
yeah, we have not had a red bubble to give us a green bubble with a red bubble followed. So we have not had that play out for us yet, where we want to see a pullback, and then we would like to look for a red bubble with a green one following to see if we can get this continuation. But you know, everything does not catch every move.
OpenAI starts selling ChatGPT at a discount. Discount ranges from 10% to 20%.
Hey, yeah, they've put me in timeout. The free version has put me in timeout, so we got that working for us. That sucks. I went on a image crazy rant last night with ChatGPT, and they finally just cut me out. Like, hey, you got to wait 14 more hours before you can do any image stuff. We got this level at 60.60. I would expect maybe this is where we can get a pullback from. You see that strong level up there? We got 218 orders sitting up there. You can see it's red. Zoom in a little. I don't want to zoom in that much. And this thing, it went just a little further than I wanted because I wanted some stronger. I want those trends to look a little. There we go. That's what I want a little more of. There's your red bubble. There's your green bubble followed by a red bubble. And we're getting our pullback that we expected. Now, what you would see if it's green bubble, this red bubble is followed by a green bubble, then you would expect it to pop back up. But it got pretty close to that 60 level. What did it get to? 58, 59, 57, 50. So that was close enough for it. Now we want to see it come back and probably test that 50 level is where we would like to look for it to come down and show a reversal to see if we could get some mojo out of this. You are getting a dip in call premiums and volume here. I wanted this dip to be a little further now. We might get it, but I want to come back and test that 50 range. Well, let's just draw us a line at 50 to hold it up. We know how that works, right? Here we go. Well, you had a red bubble followed by a very small green bubble that's turned red here. So it's still a no-go on the confirmation. Well, never mind, it's green now. So this thing might pop back up from here. If it did, it just did not give me the pullback I wanted. Your call premiums are going back up. So, yeah, makes sense. Now we're getting a red bubble. So this could come back down again. They can hold this bubble red is the key. You see your CBD is over right at 6,000, almost 6,100. So that's kind of a telltale sign. We need to be looking for longs until that breaks down. I'm not interested
He's
in any
attacking
shorts.
Powell right now.
Trump is?
Yeah.
Everybody is.
Powell has done a poor job. Fed's Powell probably won't cut today. So, not that we didn't know the Fed Powell wasn't going to cut today, but
Yeah. So they're going to slam him now early.
yeah, get ahead of it.
Yeah. I mean, didn't we kind of do this last time? Didn't he kind of slam him early and then took a break and really slammed him after? Kind of bookend it with Jay Powell's an idiot. Wasn't that pretty much the theme last FOMC? I'm sitting there looking at the trade size. I mean, you don't have a lot of big numbers coming through at all. I mean, it's mostly ones and twos. You got a 10 popped in every once in a while. Now, these ones and twos could be bigger orders selling at ones and twos. So you don't know just by looking at the time sales. You don't really know. Just know if you see more red than the green, then the price is going to come down. If you see more green than red, then the price is going to pop back up. Pretty simple, right? Had another little small red bubble there, followed by a green one. Just not a huge fan of taking this right here because it's just kind of chopping around. I want to see a little more on it before I want to do something on it. Like I said, I want to come back to this 50 level. If we can come back to 50 and give me a red followed by a green, I'm going to take a long. This is kind of my line in the sand last night for bulls and bears. Well, we got 37 people watching today so far, so that's up for what we have been getting. So hopefully it's not all bots. Anybody live out there want to say hey to us? We missed you guys. We haven't had much chat here lately. We need chat.
We need a red bubble followed by a green bubble.
Well, it ain't given this to us yet, has it? Not what we want. Hey, there's Michael. What's up, Michael?
What's up, man?
Good to have you here.
Periscope has shown Jack. We are way outside the cone, but doesn't mean we can't just grind this level. But look at this. I mean, there is no game.
Howie back
there. Hey, Howie. So your gamut is way above us. There's just nothing right now where we're at, which is odd because you're at SPX 6000, which you would think would be a spot. Not a spot.
Volume was a little muted at open this morning, so maybe this is finally the day where we don't get much movement before FOMC. Typically we do.
Mag 7.
We're getting a little pullback. Here's your red followed by green. I just didn't like the red or the spot there. Just didn't give me the location I wanted. Go ahead, Roy.
I was going to say all of Mag 7 is green except Microsoft. It's down 0.22%. So barely red, but everything else is barely green. So you're just kind of on that
watch here.
Touch. So here we go. Getting our dippy-doo.
Getting a red. I'll come down and test this 50 level I wanted to see. You show me a green bubble next, buddy. We are going to try to see if we can get a couple $100 out of you. Or $100 anyway. We'll take what we can get. But I'm not loving this big red bubble here. See if we can get a green one to follow it up, Roy. What's the buy? Oh, we get a red one to follow it up so far. There's your green one. 1206 was your volume on that one. There's your green bubble. I am going to trade him $25 up. We're going to see it pop a little more than this, though. Roy's happy taking $25. I'm not. But you take $25 enough, that adds up too. So I'm not saying it's bad, but I like a little bit more out of them. I want at least, if I'm going to get it, give me at least 4 or 5 points. If you give me more than that, it's gravy. You do have a green bubble here. It's not the biggest, but it could be reversal. These sometimes, and it could come right back and drop it right back down. If we get another red bubble next, it might. There's your red bubble forming and turn green. There we go. Let's give us a little pop here. There's $75 in that trade. We're going to move it up to break even already just to make sure. Ooh, I moved a little more in break even. I moved to $37 and it hit me. I moved it higher than I thought I wanted to move it. Royce, I'm going to miss all the move if it goes up. That is annoying. Are you in it, Roy?
I am. I'm frantically trying to get my $25.
You better be kidding me.
This
thing's just gonna make me sick. It's just gonna make me sick.
All right, I got my 50 that I wanted. Probably gonna go to 100. Yeah, there's 100.
I hate I moved my stop so damn close. I was trying to get it to right at break even. I moved it to 37.50 and it took me out. And of course, we're getting this move now. So now we just got to wait and see if we can get something else out of it. Still not interested in taking a short, right? With everything being elevated like this. We've got a green candle here. This could be, if we get a red one here, this could give us a nice little pullback. We'll see. It's amazing. So everybody see these bubbles work, don't they?
That was nice. That was nice.
I never took a minute of heat on that trade. Did you ever take any heat on it?
Oh, no. But I forgot I did a combine long.
Oh, so you made some money on it now?
Yeah, 1,500.
There was my 200 hit, boys and girls, that I just fumbled the play on. That really hurts. That really hurts.
Dang.
Here and pull. Oh, you're gonna turn back green again. You son of a gun. You, my gracious.
You know what though? It validates the play.
It validates it, but I'm just sick to my stomach now because I had the play. I had the setup. I moved my down. It was a mistake on my side, right? I messed it up. But it's just annoying when you mess it up, and you don't feel good when you mess it up.
Definitely.
Well, we're going to see if we can get this again. If it'll give us another one. We've got a big red candle forming. You're getting some space in these big candles too, which is the upside. There's a red. That's going to turn. There you go. Look, give me my pullback, buddy. Give me my pullback.
SPX 6,000. So it basically hit it, then bounced right off of it. 6,125. Absolutely no gamma where we're at, as you guys can see. But again, you could just kind of chop around.
Yeah, look forward if you can get a little
There's
break.
Now that Howie's here, I've got backup. There's a 5-day moving average above us at 66.3. So we got 7 points till that target. If you're into that, if you like that kind of foreplay. The book map giving us a red bubble. which we would like to follow up with the green bubble.
Well, let's see if this bubble even closes red. That's the key.
Good news, my micro tragedy is still red.
Tragedy?
Everything's green on the day. Yeah. That's a maverick phrase. Micro tragedy.
Oh my gosh. You're just throwing everything I dislike out today, don't you?
I gotta test you. I gotta make sure your wits are in.
Yeah, my wits are fixing to be on.
Do you have any covered calls positions? You have Tesla?
I still got those Tesla.
Yeah, well, that's 323. It's not near.
Let's see what they're at today. They're down on the day, but I'm up on the trade. Actually, no, sorry, my bad. They're not down on the day. I probably need to close them out. They're 96%.
Lovely. Yeah, I guess there's only one trade today.
There's really not much more to get there, guys. So we'll put a little limit order in here. Oh, I gotta buy it back. Yeah, that would be good. I was looking, I was like, what am I doing? But I gotta buy it back. Yeah, there it is. Y'all heard it. I set a limit order and it closed it out. So there's $500 today that I really wasn't expecting. We got a red bubble forming again here. We haven't got a follow through yet. I would love to have a green bubble come back. Now, even though it's going to pop up. I am in this trade and I took it on, what's the name of this thing? Futures desk.
Futures desk.
Yeah. We're guaranteed at least $4. I moved it up to stop even this time instead of moving it to $37 and letting it hit in case we do pop up. We break this 60 level, which there's a break. Ooh, is it going to move through? There's a big green bubble I don't like up here, but if you give me and follow another green bubble, I do like it more. Just so you know. Don't give me a red bubble.
You are approaching pre-market high and that moving average. I
took it on the futures desk. Well, I got $50.
Yeah. 60-63 is kind of that spot from what I can see.
You got some big levels up at 65, it looks like, but I would love for this thing to give me a red bubble now, come back, give me a good retest down here, and then give me a green one to follow. Then we'll see if we can make it. I'm interested to see how this plays out during FOMC. And unlike last time, I will not sit here and try to be quiet. I want to speak if I hear him say something. That drove me crazy last time. Let's just sit and watch something like that. I think the reason that people watch us with this is to get our thoughts on it, not just to hear J. Powell speak, right?
Yeah, I do my little text bubbles.
Yeah, I hate your text bubbles. I'm not doing your text bubbles.
I'm going to repeat what you say as a text bubble.
Well, it's going to be my volume has to stay on, so I'm going to say, oh, that was stupid. What a dumb question. Dang, she's kind of hot. That's how it really go.
And to pull back here.
Yeah, here's your red red bubble. I keep calling them candles. Here's your, turn green for a second. Now it's back green. Oh boy. He gave us a red and a green. Let's see if we can continue it up. Now this doesn't always mean that. 62 to 65. Those two should be targets.
Getting Iran news. Trump talking on Iran.
As long as he's not saying that we're bombing Iran. I call it Iran.
He's backing off a little bit.
What do you say? Next week is going to be very big, maybe less than a week. That means we have either war news or some trade news coming out.
Yeah, he said Iran suggested they come to the White House. They said
see that.
Totally
going to make a trade deal with India really soon.
Yeah, so
that's now the next one we've been kind of waiting on there, isn't it? The India one.
Yeah.
Go up there and break this high. I won't let the trade turn red on me. I did not move it all the way to $33 and get stopped out really quick, but this trade will not turn red on me. I'm like America, don't tread on me, trade. Oh boy. If we break this 62 level, Roy, we definitely got 65 next. That's a key, break that 62 level. Well, let me rephrase that. Well, we should get close to 65. We noticed that it hadn't been getting, it's been about a point off of where the levels are showing. So we got that. I did kind of go back and watch a little bit of our stuff yesterday, Roy. We got to do a better job of talking sometimes and explaining what we're doing. I noticed there was one spot we were just kind of talking back and forth like nobody was in the room, and which that's, you kind of want to see that more, right? But you also want to see, hey, talk to me. Tell us what you're seeing, bro. We didn't tell you what we're seeing. We're kind of going back and forth.
As we're keeping an eye on.
We're going to go to 65.
Show us Tide. How's Tide looking?
Bullish.
Yep.
Let's look at holdings. Bullish. Let's look at market. Bullish. They're all saying bullish. What is CBD saying? Bullish. Man, I only needed 60, 64 there. Oh, it almost got me. And it would be $200 up on this account already. This is actually a funded account, boys and girls. So this means something. I'm going to move this up. Oh, shit, go there. Or at least I'll get $100 out of this trade if it doesn't go up there and take me out. It's another green bubble. We don't need it to be followed by red. We need to be followed by another green to pop it on up here and take me out, make me feel good about my day. That's what we need. It's not going there. It's going to come down and take me out this damn 100. You son of a gun. No, well, maybe not. Come on, pop up. Oh, we got a red bubble. We got a red bubble forming. They turned it green and turned it back red. Come on, turn that thing green. Pop this thing back up. Don't say this is the top yet. Don't say this is the top yet. That's a big red bubble. Might get a little move up and a pullback here. Trump asked about Iran's leader. Good luck. Oh, his way of words, I'll tell you.
Yeah, what's amazing, he's not even on any calendar to be talking right now.
Well, I mean, he's president. He can talk when he wants to, unless the Supreme Court tells him he can't talk anymore. So I don't see that happening. And then if the Supreme Court tells him he can't talk anymore, he's going to talk about the Supreme Court saying he can't talk.
Yeah.
I just walk out. Please go up here and pop it. It's going to come back take me out first. You son of a gun. We got 2 back-to-back red bubbles here. Mm-hmm. If we could turn one of these green, we could have one more pop, but I think it's going to take me out before it does it. Oh, it's still red. Oh, you're so close to. I mean, look at this thing. This is so annoying. So annoying. Follow the green bubble. Give me a green bubble. They want to turn this red bubble green so bad. What's going to happen is here's the play. I'm going to tell you guys the play. It's going to take me out here at $100, and it's going to pop up everywhere I was going to take profit at. So if anybody wants to scout for 3 points, here's your opportunity. Probably just put your entry at my stop loss there. They got it. Oh, thank goodness! Now I don't have to. Reverse psychology worked. There's $200 up on the day in there. I mean, look, we took a payout on Friday. We got this thing back down to 1,500. We're $800 up since Friday. This is 3 days, $800 up. Yeah. So Harry said, Dirty Harry says, explain the size of the bubbles of that volume. So it's actually delta is what we're looking at. So you take all the buys and all the sales, and the difference is the delta. So if it's red, that means you had negative delta on that bubble. If it's green, that means you had positive delta on that bubble. The key for us is, and I don't know why, like I told Roy the other day, I just don't know why. I just now figured this out. But if you look at it, there you go, Howie, 205.25. You beat me by 15 cents, Howie. I'm 205.10. But if you look at it, so let's go back. I can see the great thing about this is I'm not looking for a trade now, so I can go back and show you. We can actually go back and look. I want to go back and see a good one. All right. You see this red bubble here? This was at 9 o'clock. You go look. Let's look at the 9 o'clock bubble. This is actually going to play out perfect. Zoom out. I'm gonna switch between screens here. So all right, let's go back and look. 8:55 right here. Then you have this drop down at right then at 9, right at 9 minutes. You had a red bubble. I mean, 9 o'clock. You had a red bubble form. So right down here, we had a big red bubble form on this bottom of this wick. Our very next bubble. Oh yeah, right here at the bottom of this wick right here. Let's move all the way down. Now we're going to look at, I'm going to show it on Bookmap. Right here on this is the bubble at 9 o'clock. It was followed by a green bubble right here. You know, it wasn't huge. It's still a green bubble. And you can see the volume. This is delta. So the volume of delta. So there was 1,205 sellers at this position, more than buyers. And these are all passive orders. These are all limit orders. You're seeing these shades. These bubbles are all market orders. So these are people trying to get in really quick, right? So looks like here you had a slight short covering, is what it tells me. Yes, people cover some shorts. They were covering those there. And then if we go back, and you see this, we had this next green one at 9:01, green at 9:02, green at 9:03, 9:04, and then 9:05, all green. Well, let's go back now and look. So that last candle that finished at 9:05, you can see it was 59.50. So you can see the move that it gave you all the way up. So that first red bubble gave us an entry at 48.50. We waited for confirmation. So we would have got in right around 50. This thing popped all the way up to 59. That was 9 points without even taking any heat at all. Just by looking at bubbles and stuff on Bookmap. Now I have learned, be careful. Yesterday we tried to short some of these spots up here. As long as CVD is where it's at, tide's showing what it's showing, we're in an uptrend. I'm only going to look for pullbacks and then pop back up, right? Because if you look, this bottom, you can see, okay, we're on the chart. You can see this ADX indicator saying that this trend is at 23.36. If I move it, covers it up. 23.36. Anything above 20 is showing a strong trend. 25 and above is showing a really strong trend. Once we start getting in the 40s, you need to be wary because the trend could break and it could come back down. So just kind of where we're at. Manny said, did you guys switch to the new symbol? Yes, we are on MESU, I think. Is that right, Roy? Were you? Yeah, you.
Yeah.
MESU.
Yeah.
The June is done. If you're trading June, you're trading with hardly any volume. You do not want to be in June contracts. This is the September contracts we're in now. So you definitely want to make sure you're in the September contracts. You had that big green followed by red. One thing to keep in mind here that we did not see, and we talked about it. You had a drop in volume. You had a pop in put premiums and a drop in call premiums. You had this price come down. Me personally, I still would not feel comfortable taking a short there. But if you want to get it really quick, yes, that is kind of your thing to do. Now we follow that red bubble up with the green bubble, so we should pop right back up. And here's the pop right back up. Yeah, you got 111 orders sitting there, Howie. 114 right above. Well, they pulled some right below it. That 75 and that 80 is really bringing my attention to it. If you look at those levels up top, you see you're looking for this is not as strong as this. And a lot of times you'll see like a bigger number here than you see here. You'll see this bigger number here and the smaller number here, but then this will be more red. So it's all about the level and the size and the feel it gets. So this could be like if this was redder than this, if this was orange and this was yellow, it could be that there was a bunch of orders sitting behind scenes that we don't see right here. You get another red bubble here. So Roy, that green followed by red, followed by red, followed by red has given us a little pullback here.
Mm-hmm. Getting a little wick, matching that.
Yep. So yeah, we still want to play. This is great too, especially if you get, let's say you get a move back and you get a fake breakdown or a fake breakout. And this could be saying the fake breakout here. Your volume is coming down pretty hard on Tide. See that volume, and then as soon as I said it ticked right back up, but it's kind of working around. You did get a red bubble with a green bubble follow, so this thing could pop right back up on that volume that ticked slightly up, ever so slightly. Man, this thing is like reading, I don't know what it's like. It's like reading something in it. Well, something that's hard to read, like reading War and Peace.
War and Peace. Or it's like I always feel like when you get a new strategy, it's like reading a faded map with like out new sort of like technology. You're just like trying to piece it all together and figure it out.
Snoop just shared a funny meme on there. So if anybody's ever seen the Pablo Escobar where he's sitting in a swing, like looking just sad, right? And he's sitting in a chair, sitting like looking out. Well, they did that, but they put Zelensky's face on it and says, "When your war stops trending." And it's putting Zelensky like looking. It's really funny. Trump asked if he gave Iran an ultimatum. You could say so. Howie said he took a string with VWAP earlier, 0 date expiration, just sold half of the cost for enough to cover the whole trade, so half my long left and all my short with a little profit. Hey, but that could really pay off really strong if we get a dump. I saw a thing yesterday. I guess Charlie Kirk was kind of, I wouldn't say anybody that watches Charlie Kirk is a very pro-Trump guy, pro-Israel. But he was questioning Netanyahu, and I found that very interesting to see yesterday. I thought he would be one of the sympathizers no matter what, and he actually was not. He said, this is no conspiracy theory, but if you look, like there was protests that were going to go off that week against him. and they bomb Iran. So
There's a lot of political
when decision war or peace is made by Trump, the Department of Defense stands ready to execute. Okay.
I'm sure you saw the Tucker Carlson clips from last night.
I want to see the whole thing to see if it was. Tucker Carlson had some good points, but I thought, what's his name? Cruz had some. Like, how many people are in Iran? Like, I don't know. Does it matter? Like, yeah, it matters. If you're invading a country, you need to know, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, he's like, it's 80 million. I thought the telltale that Cruz actually knew when he said 75 or 80, because the last showing was actually 75 million, just so everybody knows. He's like, so if it's 75 or 80 million, does it really matter if like, and I get what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
I think he knows more. I think he let it slip a little bit that we were doing more than we should have been doing.
Yeah, I think he did.
And he tried to backtrack that, and I was like, you won't be going on any media anytime soon, buddy.
Well, what I found interesting was it wasn't a member of the administration that went on it. It was a member of the party. So it's almost like kind of put him out there as a sacrificial lamb to see what the reaction would be. And if it is, if Carlson can get him, then you can always distance yourself from him. And if he does a good job, then you can kind of like a win-win situation in the media marketing world, PR.
Well, the first clips were not good. They did not put him in a positive light at all.
But imagine if that was a Trump administration official, right? That would be horrible.
Well, they would have been caught probably the same way.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think Cruz is kind of that sacrificial lamb.
I think Cruz has been a sacrificial lamb a lot.
Yeah.
That guy catches more strays.
I know.
I want to like him, but I don't. It's hard for me to like politicians.
Yeah, that's it.
And he just comes off as a dirty politician to me.
Yeah.
Most of them do. Don't get me wrong. It's not. I hate both sides a lot of times equally.
He's greased up as much as everybody, but yeah, it's Harry said it right. If people are for it, you can take credit. If not, deniability. That's exactly how I read it.
Yep.
Now, what's interesting is I was talking to Led about this yesterday. Is what play does Iran have? Right, they have like one bullet, and that's they could blow up basically the oil route.
Well, they have one bullet that you know of. Let's put it
that I know. Correct. Yes. Yes, but if they play the oil bullet, they basically nuke their whole economy and reason for existence, right? I mean,
yep.
So they can't actually play that.
You said that as that crude inventories come out.
Ah, look at that. But if the regime sees no win, do they kind of go into the F it mode?
It bothers me to see some Americans that support Iran over America. I can't stand that. They supported Palestine. They do all this, and then they have no clue what they're supporting.
Right.
And the best example, and this is not trying to get political, but I'm going to get political a little bit here, is when you see let's just call it what it is. You see a lesbian tattooed up with earrings and piercings and all that, and she's like, "Hey, I'm pro Iran, blah blah blah," and you look at her like if you were there, you would be beheaded as soon as you got off the airplane. Like you are not welcome there. They do not want you there. They do not need you there. They hate you. They literally hate you. They think you should die for what you do.
Yeah.
But yet you support them and you have no clue. Like, that's my biggest, like when you had all this pro-Palestine stuff going around and the people were like, I'm pro-Palestinian, blah, blah. Like, you realize all those people, they hate you. They can't stand you. They hate everything you're about. Like they would kill you in a heartbeat if they could get a chance, but yet you want to let them get a chance to kill you. I don't. It's hard for me to see that part of it. I don't get it. And like this No Kings protest, I was like, you have the right to protest. I'm not going to judge you if you protest. If you want to protest, you have every right in the world in these United States to protest because you had somebody that fought and died for you, your right to do that, right? To keep us free, to keep us to do, to be able to we can do. That's okay. But there's no kings in America. There's not going to be any kings in America. And you sit there and you look and you listen to some of these arguments they come up with, and you're like, turn off the news for 5 minutes and just do some real research and look into your own stuff. And I'm gonna be honest with you, to do real research nowadays is hard. It is hard to find an unbiased opinion. Roy knows I went to an Australian newspaper to get a story because they were unbiased on it, and it was actually a very good story. They gave you a different look on what we were talking about at the time. Like, you got to do that. I get more and more frustrated the older I get how people can't see. I'm with you, Howie. If you can't sit there and look and see that this media that we have nowadays, this is not your mom and dad's media we have now. This is not the NBC Nightly News used to watch, where it was reported facts, what you saw. Yeah. Now it's so many opinions given on everything. You can't trust what you're seeing. You don't know if, hey, I did this whole story. And they can manipulate videos and pictures to make it look however they want to look.
Yeah.
That's just my little 2 cents here this morning. So an Iranian delegation for negotiation may have just landed in Oman, whatever it is. Okay. Trump reiterates that they cannot have nuclear weapons. Guys, we are going to stream FOMC today, so we might go a little bit shorter on this first stream this morning. We're kind of we are kind of grinding up, but kind of what we've been doing here lately, we hadn't really got an entry point, so we're just kind of spinning our wheels in the mud here. So I know Roy's got his little man there with him, and not to use that as an excuse, but the little man needs some attention sometimes too. And Roy, we don't need to sit here and just trade just to trade, right?
Yeah, no, there's definitely some slowing here.
I think what I'm going to do is once we cut the stream off, I think I'm going to leave Bookmap up. So if you guys want to look at Bookmap, you can look at Bookmap.
Yeah.
I won't be, saying anything with it, but you can kind of see it. And if you want to take some plays off of it, if it gives us a good opportunity, I mean, you just had a red followed by a green. So this is showing the pop, but you got 75 orders and like I said, those orders are 80. So I don't know if I would really do anything. I'd probably wait for a 68 retest again.
Yeah.
That's kind of my thoughts down there, but get a big green. If you get a red one to follow it up, we could get a little pullback here. But here's your red one. There's your pullback. This is going to be enough to pull back, though, is the question. Roy, does that sound good to you? We just kind of call it here, and then we leave Bookmap up, and then we come back before the FOMC. We'll kill Bookmap, and then because we'll have to do send a new stream out so everybody can follow it, get new people in, and just look for the stream.
Create a banner.
Press conference is at 1:30 Central, 2:30 Eastern, right?
Yes.
So we'll look like about 125 to hop back on, and 2:25 your time that we're looking at.
Yep.
10-4. Well, I mean, we're up. I'm up on the day. Roy, you up on the day?
Yeah, I am. I'm up about $75 on an XFA, 1,500 on a combine, and I haven't touched my take profit trigger. So, doing my best not to fight this trend and trying to get myself, neutral, heading into Powell. Well, he's not going to cut rates today, so
Yeah.
keep that in mind, guys. But yeah, that's all I've got. And I've been a little quiet this week. It's just been juggling a little bit too many things at the same time. So trying to get our attention, but we will be back streaming for FOMC later today, like Monty said. That'll be our final stream of the week. There's a holiday tomorrow, and so we'll take it from there. So, all right, that's all I've got. I'm going to sign off.
Oh, I don't end stream. Do let me see. I'll figure this out. All right. Yep. Thank you, Roy.
Thank you.
Hold on. Can I end stream? End the stream. I know what to do. Stop stream.
So,
share.
yeah, we basically just remove ourselves. I think that's all you got to do.
Yeah, leave studio here, then the other one will stay up.
Yeah. So I'll remove